In this video, I'm going to show you how to repair drywall around an electrical box. When we were installing the drywall around this electrical box, we did damage it some and then I had to repair it. So I'm going to show you step by step how I did that. And if you're new to this channel, my name's Josh. This channel is all about DIY to save a ton of money. So be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me. That's all I ask in return for making this video. So repairing drywall really isn't that difficult, but let me show you how I did it. Sometimes whenever you're cutting out your receptacles, or in this case, it's a 50 amp receptacle, it got a little out of hand here when we were cutting out around this box. So when we were hanging, we now got to replace this, or actually we got to just fix it. So if you put this cover over this, as you can see, the top and the side here both need repaired. I think this bottom will be fine, but we are going to fix this and it's very simple to do. We want to be able to remove this mud ring and receptacle, so we don't want to cover that up and damage the drywall if we ever had to. So we want to place the tape right about here, and now we need to cut it to length. Now we're going to apply mud here onto the wall. I'm now going to place tape right to the bottom of that opening to where it will clear it with no problem. So right about here. Now we simply just take the mud out from behind it like we do the tapered joints. Now we're going to put a little mud here for our other piece to overlap. And then we're going to place that right up, close that in. And this side, as you can remember, did get covered by the cover. And now after this dries, we can finish it when we finish the other coats. Be sure to allow the drywall mud to totally dry before moving on to the next coat, and remember that throughout the rest of this video. After the taping dried, we went through with a 6-inch knife and got a little bit wider and spread out and feathered out the joints. So now for this final touch up, we want to make sure we clean out around the repair and get off any loose. And then we're going to just take a third coat right around the receptacle like so. Again, same principle, just make sure that we just fill that in and taper it very smoothly. All right, we're now just going to let that dry and then sand it. If you notice any areas in the drywall that you can see where the paper is kind of pushed out, that's a sign that the drywall is broken underneath the paper, and this needs repaired also because that hump will always be there unless it's fixed. So you want to take your utility knife and just cut along the edge where that paper is broke. Then we're just going to snap all that out of there if it's loose. So as you can see, that was definitely broken underneath of the paper, so we need to get all that out. I now need to cut my tape, so we go about 2 inches past the area on each side. And now this tape, we're going to place it to where it overlaps this other sheet just a little bit, but it fixes that area. So it's going to go in like so. So I'm just going to take my mud and pack it into that place where all that gypsum fell out, and then we're going to fill it in. I'm now going to place my tape right over that area. And then we just smooth it out like we did the other repair. Now when we tape this joint, it's going to be very strong underneath instead of having that broken paper. If you would like to see how I'm going to mud and tape all of this drywall, check out this video. It'll help you out.